What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the White Seed Ear channel. Happy Friday, everybody. It is Friday, April 30th, 2021, and we got some news this morning for y'all. But yeah, I hope y'all are having a great morning, and I know you're going to have a better day. So let's jump right into this article. Humble Bundle creator suing Valve in antitrust suit. So this article is going to kind of tie into what we were talking about yesterday between Epic Games, the creators of Fortnite, and the xCloud service that came out during their lawsuit with Apple. It seems like everything's starting to fall apart here, and I'm here to try and guide you guys through it. So let's first give credit to our journalist Joseph Allen. He is a staff writer over at TechRaptor. He is the genius behind this article, so shout out to him. Go follow him on Twitter and check out his article. I'll make sure to link the article in the description below so that you guys can go check it out yourself. All right, here we go. So actually, before we start reading the article, I want to make sure y'all remember what Humble Bundle is. It was a lot bigger back in the early 2010s. If you guys don't remember, it's basically a service that sells you keys to different games, whether it be Steam keys, window keys, now Epic Games keys, iOS keys, all this stuff. And they do bundles. Right now, it doesn't look like they're doing too hot. They don't really have a lot of stuff on here, but they are selling AAA titles for full price. You see Resident Evil Village here, Pokemon Snap, Biomutant, all full price, $60, Outriders, Beat Saber. So it looks like they're trying to become more of a legitimate store, but in reality, they're just a key vendor for these games. Which, I mean, don't get me wrong, isn't the worst thing in the world. It's not an issue. I just don't really understand why anybody would go through Humble Bundle to get their Steam key to download their game on Steam when it's the same full price, $60. I don't know. But anyways, what most people come to Humble Bundle for is it's Humble Bundles. You get Humble Bundles of books. See, I think this is a Dungeons and Dragons book. Humble Bundle, you got games, all that stuff, the Lego Star Wars edition. That's basically it. And a lot of these Humble Bundles, part of the pay goes to charity, so that's also very nice. That was the main premise of Humble Bundle back when it was first founded, was that it was going to be more geared towards charity. It's slowly starting to go more towards just an online key marketplace, but they still do some charitable things, so I will give them a shout out for that. It seems like a pretty solid company. And yeah, featured charity this month. Stop AAPI hate. Hell yeah, that's good shit. So anyways, enough about Humble Bundle. Let's get into this story here. Let's jump right into the article. Running out of steam. Good one. Original Humble Bundle creator Wolfire Games is bringing an antitrust lawsuit against Valve. Valve are the people behind Steam. The suit claims Valve illegally monopolizes the PC gaming landscape and that the 30% cut Valve takes on Steam games is stifling developers. Now, if you guys remember yesterday when I talked about the whole thing between Fortnite and Xbox, I had mentioned that Steam takes 30% off the top and that's a little much. So that's basically what this lawsuit is about. Humble Bundle, when it sells its Steam keys, it still has to pay that 30% commission off the top of the sale. It doesn't matter if it's a key sale, it doesn't matter if it's a direct sale on Steam. No matter what, Valve is getting their cut. Now, I'm no fan of monopolies. I truly believe in these antitrust laws that we have in this country. I think it's done wonders for our economy. But I wouldn't go as far to say Steam has a monopoly over the system. They definitely have a pretty good stranglehold over it, and I think Humble Bundle, if they do this right, they could really have a good case in court. Now, what would we see out of Steam losing an antitrust suit? I don't know. That would change the landscape of PC gaming. It would be very interesting to see how it gets split up, what happens. I don't think it'll get to that point. The point of the government stepping in and forcing a company to split apart because of a monopoly is a rare occurrence in our country, and it only happens to the worst of the worst instances of monopolies. All right, so what is this Wolfire Games Valve antitrust suit about? In the suit, Wolfire says that publishers need to access to Steam in order to sell their games, but that Valve places a prohibitive 30% commission on all games approved for Steam release. Now, publishers don't need access to Steam to sell their games. That's not true. I don't know who at Wolfire is making that claim. I think most publishers want their games on Steam because it gets the best traction, it gets the best promotion. There's no way that publishers need to access Steam, though. Moving on, the studio claims this suppresses competition, output, and innovation in ways that can never be fully redressed by damages alone. In addition, Wolfire says gamers are also harmed by this practice because publishers must charge more for their games to soak up the 30% commission hit, thus putting the cost on gamers themselves. Now, I don't necessarily see any issues with the pricing of games right now. You go on the Steam store, pretty much all AAA games are $60, just like they are at any other on any other storefront. I don't really see any huge problem with the pricing. Obviously, I don't want to pay that much for a game, but that's the reality of it. So I don't really know what Wolfire Games is trying to go with here because I'm not seeing any of these price increases, and they're saying it hurts gamers by having this. Steam's great. Steam's an incredible program. It's easy to use. It's all encompassing for your gaming needs. It's a great program, and there's a reason why it is the most popular program out there. There's a reason why people don't use the Microsoft Store to buy their games anymore. Steam has dominated the market because they deserve to. So moving on, it looks like Wolfire, I don't know if I like their argument so far, but let's continue. Maybe they'll change my mind. Wolfire is also taking issue with the way Valve allows Steam keys to be sold elsewhere. That's exactly what Humble Bundle does. It sells the Steam keys. The team says Valve mandates that most Steam keys are sold directly through the Steam store itself and blocks or threatens publishers who try to sell Steam keys on non-Steam platforms. Wow, a company doesn't want you selling their product for them? That's their right. It's fine, whatever. Wolfire says that even for those keys sold via other platforms, Valve imposes punitive contractual restrictions. That means these sales don't constitute meaningful competition. In summary, Wolfire thinks Valve's perceived monopoly over the PC gaming market is unfair and wants to punish the Bellevue gaming giant for its high commission rates. Now, I could get behind getting rid of the commission rates. 30% is pretty ridiculous. I don't think any really game company would appreciate that. And I do want to make, and actually, you know what, that'll come later. Let's go to this next paragraph because this is all about what I'm about to talk about. What's the background for this lawsuit? Wolfire isn't the only studio taking up arms against these commission rates. Earlier today, Microsoft announced its intention to increase the Microsoft Store revenue share for developers from 70% to 88%. That means Microsoft only takes 12% off of each purchase. It puts it in line with the Epic Games Store, which also covers engine royalties if developers use the Unreal Engine to create their games. Indeed, Tim Sweeney has said that the Epic Games Store was created in part to compete with Steam's 30% commission. The Google Play Store and Apple Store both just take 15% of a developer's first 1 million generated per year, although in Apple's case the cut increases to 30% if sales top 1 million, including retroactively. Google cut increases to 30% on sales over the first million. So, what does that say? Pretty much any store that you can get games on a computer takes less than 30%. I know it said Google Store and Apple Store, they bump it up a little bit later, but nobody really looks at them as true gaming stores. So right now, Steam is on a bit of an island. Game developers going out there to look for a place to put out their game have to determine whether they're willing to use Steam for the exposure, but also have to pay that 30% commission, or go with another store that they're going to have to pay less commission on and they can make more money. So it seems like this past week is just a lot of things going wrong for Steam. They got their own lawsuit. They got Microsoft lowering their revenue share. It seems like some of these other online marketplaces are starting to try and make a push to get Steam out. I am a fan of Steam. I would not like to see that happen. I do not want to use Humble Bundle to buy keys. I do not want to use the Microsoft Store to buy my games. I want to use Steam. I have everything in Steam. I think it's the best program for gaming. But, I could be wrong. Maybe one of these companies will come out with a better product, and that'll be nice. But until then, I'm going to stick with Steam. Moving on with the article, as you might expect, the 30% Steam Commission isn't particularly popular with the industry either. A GDC 2021 State of the Industry survey revealed that just 3% of developer respondents believe the 30% commission is justified. That's down from 7% last year too, so it looks like Valve's commission rate is looking less and less appealing to developers and publishers as time goes on. Now that sounds terrible, but I mean, that's like polling 1,000 of us and saying, do you like paying taxes? I don't think that's fair to Steam. I don't think that's fair to any online marketplace to ask developers whether or not they approve of a commission, of skimming the top of their profits. I don't think that's a question that needs to be asked. It's silly. I don't think anybody's going to say yes on that. Moving on, last paragraph, we'll have to wait and see how Valve responds to the suit, or if it changes its business practices as a result of increasingly animosity towards these rates. Tell you, Valve ain't gonna budge. They're not gonna change it. It's worth noting here that Steam does allow developers to take 75% of revenue if game sales generate $10 million, with that percentage increasing to 80% if revenue exceeds $10 million. However, even that doesn't match Epic and Microsoft's default cut of 88%, and is only applicable for large developers or major successes who already are highly profitable. Many will be hoping Valve changes its ways and gives developers a bigger piece of the pie. We'll bring you more as soon as we get it. So, that was the article, Humble Bundle Creator Suing Valve in Antitrust Suit, by Joseph Allen on TechRaptor. Again, I will link it down in the description below. I'm going to also link this article down below by CNBC's Jordan Novitt. He talks about the Epic Games Microsoft thing going down, how Microsoft is upping their percentage to 88%. And then I'll also leave a link to Humble Bundle. Maybe you guys want to check out and see what Humble Bundle is going on. If you buy a bundle, it goes to the Stop AAPI Hate charity right now. So go support that if you guys want to. That'd be awesome. But anyways, that's the morning show. It is Friday, April 30th, 2021. I appreciate you guys joining me. Thank you for being here. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to entertain you. It has been a pleasure, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Love y'all. Take it easy now.